Hello, my name is Rayo Daniel, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can make $300 per day working from home with a computer and a cell phone using Google Maps, helping small businesses run their businesses better, and how they're going to pay you every single month. They're going to keep paying you every month for you to help them run their business better and more efficiently. Let's hop over and take a look and see how we can do this. Now, before we get started here, there's a few things that I'll need to get out as sort of a baseline before we kind of get started. All the different software and services I'm going to be talking about today really have to do with a platform called GoHighlevel. GoHighlevel, this is what it looks like here. This is what it looks like to have one of the accounts set up. But the GoHighlevel platform has all of the services and features that we're going to be talking about today, and this is the platform that you will need to have in order to be able to service the customers that we're talking about here. Now, the great news about this, I'm just going to let you know right off the bat, you can get started with this with a 30-day free trial. You can just click my link below. I am an affiliate of GoHighlevel, so you get 30 days free to try the software out. I'm going to give you a ton of training, including this video right here, to help you get started and to help you understand how you can identify certain businesses and what services you would really need to sell them based upon what you see on Google Maps. So right now, this is sort of the platform. We'll be hopping back and forth into that. But again, the platform is called GoHighlevel. And this right here is just a top list of some of the services that you're going to be looking for. It's sort of the, when we start looking at the businesses on Google Maps, what exactly are we looking for? So right now, some of the top selling services that you can get small businesses right away, like real quick. Number one, a website. Everybody needs a website. So obviously, if the small business doesn't have a website, being able to either give them one, and I'm going to show you about this, how easy it is to set up a website using some of the templates inside of GoHighlevel. You don't even need to be a website designer to do this. It's so easy. But if they don't have a website, then that's one thing that you can work on. Now, there's also something called a website chat widget. It's a little piece of code that allows you to ask questions and interact with the customers in real time while you're on the site. That's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to show you what that's like as well. Most businesses do not have that. Most businesses that we're going to look at will have a website of some sort because they know they need it. Whether it's a good website or not, I'm going to show you what I mean by good and what websites are bad, so you can be able to identify that and help understand, let the businesses know, hey, your website really needs to be updated because you're missing out on a lot of customers because of these reasons. And I'm going to go over those with you. The next thing is reputation management. What I mean by this is Google reviews. So right now we're going to be able to look at how many people have Google reviews, how many have like not so many, and you can help them get more. Companies will pay you for that every single month. Okay, the next we're going to be looking at is AI, artificial intelligence, of how our system can automatically respond back and forth to customers without the need of a receptionist. So there's no need to be able to have to answer the phones all the time, or if somebody communicates with you on your website, you don't even need to worry about that. The AI sort of bot will be able to respond back and book customers' appointments directly without ever having to get anyone involved. That is huge. That's a new feature that Highlevel has just come out with in this last year, and it's just blowing up of how many businesses want this. And then last but not least, it's called missed call text back. This is a feature of, if you try to call a business and the business doesn't respond for whatever reason, maybe they're on the phone, that the system will automatically text that person back. Because guess what? If you're a consumer and you're calling somebody, on the phone, and you're going to sit back and say, well, I didn't get an answer there. I'm not going to leave a message because nobody ever returns my phone calls anyway. I'm just going to hang up and go to Google Maps and go to the next person on the list and call them and ask them about their services. Well, the missed call text back service is there to text them back immediately. Hey, I'm sorry we couldn't answer your phone call here. Are you looking for our services? Okay, so that right there is something that you can do immediately to stop that person, that potential customer, from calling the next vendor on the list, and that your that client or small business being able to lose that particular customer. So right now, these are some of the top services. Some of the other services that we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to show you all of this. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video, but hang in there with me because all of these pieces will fit together. But I do need to kind of help you understand the software that you're using, what services we're going to be looking for, and then how you can actually sell this to the small business whenever you contact them. So some of the secondary services, and these aren't like the ones that will probably get you in the door, but once you're actually speaking to them, these are additional services that they could very well end up utilizing. Now keep in mind, this right here, there is a mobile app for the GoHighlevel platform. It's called Lead Connector. So the Lead Connector app can be given out. It doesn't cost any more for that. So if a client signs up, they can download this mobile app, look at everything that we've just talked about on the mobile app, and sit back and communicate with their customers, look when their customers are, look what appointments are coming up, send out, receive Google reviews, all that kind of stuff can be done using the mobile app, which is super efficient because then the owner doesn't even have to be in front of a computer to run their business. They can just be, in the back room or on the go and look at their phone and be able to respond to customers. So that's a great feature, by the way. The next one's going to be what we call universal inbox. Now, this is a problem that a lot of small businesses have because what happens is you might have a business that has a Facebook business page. They might have an Instagram account. They've got a Google business profile listing online. They have a website out there that they might be getting requests in, either whether it be from a chat widget that they may have or even a contact form on their website. Either way, they're getting bombarded with multiple different ways that customers can contact them, and some of them, some customers even text the business phone number directly, trying to get a response back. So there's a huge opportunity for creating what's called a universal inbox, which the GoHighlevel platform has, that can pull all of these messages into one inbox so that the owner doesn't have to go to Facebook to respond to Facebook and Instagram to respond to Instagram, or open up that app on their phone and respond, and then open up the Facebook Messenger app and respond there. They don't need to do any of that. All of that communication flows directly into the mobile app that we've already talked about called Lead Connector, and they can simply respond back to whoever's asking a question, and then the mobile app sends it back out on whatever channel it came in on. Super cool and super efficient for business owners, because now they just need their mobile app and then communicate across multiple different platforms with that. Next thing is going to be social media creation and posting. So a lot of these businesses do social media. They create content, they create infographics, they do postings online. Well, I'm going to show you how the GoHighlevel platform, if they're already doing that, how they can use your platform, the platform that you're going to be selling them for all these other features like website chat widgets. They can also do social media content creation and posting. I'm going to show you that just briefly, but that's another secondary service that they may already be paying somebody else. So why, if they're paying somebody else $300-400 a month to do their social media, why not stop paying them and then move all of their services to you, and you get that $300 or $400 a month for being able to do these postings. And it's super simple and super easy. Next thing we're going to be looking at is automations here. There's a lot of processes inside of the Highlevel system. We call them workflows, but workflows really help to automate things. Like, for instance, a big one is appointments. So right now, all these places need appointments. You can schedule an appointment. Well, guess what? People tend to forget appointments unless they get reminded. So they need a notification a day beforehand. Maybe you send them an email or a text message. Hey, looking forward to your appointment tomorrow at 3 p.m. Something like that. So appointment reminders, for example, are a big way that automation helps small businesses, because once it's put in place, this automation just works. The business owners and these customers don't need to worry about any of that stuff. They can just simply, once the appointment is made inside of the GoHighlevel platform, which, by the way, that's another savings, is Highlevel also has the ability to put calendars and scheduling. So they don't need a different software to go out and handle scheduling and things like that. All of that stuff can be done automatically, built into the website, and I'm going to show you how that works here in just a little bit. And then last but not least, one of the other services that you can sell is called database reactivation. So let's just kind of take a business. Some businesses have been in business for years. They might have hundreds, if not thousands, of customers in their CRM or their database. Well, some of those customers probably don't go there anymore. Well, wouldn't it be nice to sit back and being able to email or text these people, maybe with a special offer or coupon that can get them back into your business so that you can start making money from them again? Well, that's called database reactivation, and that's another service that you can sell to your customer or provide for them that adds more and more value to them, because now they don't have to go out and get a new customer. All they have to simply do is reactivate, if you forgive the expression, some of these old customers and get them in using sort of a special offer. So these are just some of the things that we're going to be able to talk about right now today. So I'll tell you what, let's hop over and take a look at Google Maps and let's start our process. So right now, one of the things I've been dealing with here is I've created a video not too long ago within the past week about auto detailing. So this is just the niche that I'm going to be talking about, but if you're going to be going after a small business, you have to choose a particular niche. You can't just simply open it up to every business, because if you're going to be talking to a specific business type, for instance, auto detailers, you need to at least have a good understanding of how their business works, some of the pain points that they have, and the problems that they have in their business. So this is one of the things that again, if you're interested, there's another video on my YouTube channel that goes over how to handle and how to go and go after auto detailers and all the things that you can do. So I'll let you kind of go take a look at that one and just stay focused primarily on, let's search for different type of businesses instead of Google Maps and begin looking at how we could potentially help them. So right now, if we take a look here, I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit. Right now, you can pay attention to these people that are sponsored. Now, if you see sponsored, this means obviously this company is paying Google to be listed when people type in certain keywords like auto detailers. I put in auto detailer near me. So right now, these people are paying. So this is a good sign, because if they're willing to pay Google to get their business out there more, then they're willing to pay you to help them get their business out there even further. So right now, one of the things that you can take a look at here, they have a 4.9 rating and only 175 reviews. Now, that's not a whole lot when compared to some of the other businesses. So reputation management, if you remember the services, right here, reputation management. This is one of the services that you can go after for these people, because if they're obviously looking to grow their business, then having a system put in place where the Google review will go out automatically to a customer. Whenever the customer sends in a Google review, the GoHighlevel platform will automatically respond and give a reply back to that review, which is one of the things that Google likes, because Google will rank you higher if you get more reviews and you respond to the reviews that you actually get on the platform. But that entire process can be 100% automated and needs no work at all by the small business to accomplish that once you set it up and it becomes automated using the automation that I talked about earlier as well. So this right here, if we want to take a quick look, I need to bring it down a little bit here. So right now, if we just took a look, let's take a look at their website real quick. So you can come here and take a look at the website. So right now you see that these people, if you look at it, this is kind of busy. Right now, one of the problems that I see is that there's really like no call to action over here in the top right corner. Typically, this is where you'd have your call button, notify, book appointment. This top right corner is just inherently where people's eyes go in order to look for the call to action. What do you want to do? Book a call, contact me, call us, something like that in that particular corner. Likewise, there's no schedule button here. There's no button that just says, okay, click a button to schedule it. Because keep in mind, when people go to your website, they're going there for information. They're going to see if you're going to be able to help them out with the problem that they have. And they want to either, well, number one, be able to ask you a question, get answers to their questions, or just simply book an appointment. Because right now, if they wanted to call you, they wouldn't even visit your website. They would just come over here and simply click on the call button or look at the phone number that you have here and give you a call. But here they're visiting your website. Now notice there is no website chat widget down here. There's no like little helper. Now let me kind of show you what that looks like here. This is an example right here of an auto detailing template that's available inside of Highlevel. Believe it or not, this right here with a few minor alterations, this is a website that you could literally give somebody if they don't have a good website. But I just want to show you the difference. Notice how this looks. The pictures and images are sharper. It's not so busy. It's easier on the eyes to look at. It has about us, our services, just simply right here, all of your customer testimonials, which is a big one. So that right there is sort of social proof of how good the business is by pulling all of their Google reviews in and having them automatically. So this right here is perfect, and Highlevel has all of the stuff that you need for this. They even have like the little widget or code that goes on your website that automatically communicates with your Google business profile and pulls all of your reviews in real time. So you get a new review, boom, the next time you load the site, that review is on your web page. No need to make any changes. And then, of course, like your frequently asked questions here. This is a great one. You can have a good FAQ where people can get any of the questions answered. But notice this little section right down here. And sorry if I'm kind of blocking it here. This little bubble down here, it says, little AI bot, hey, are you looking to get your vehicle detailed? And if you click on this particular button, what you end up getting is a nice little form where they can say, give me your name, your phone number, and give me a message. And click send. And what it says right here, enter your question below, and our AI assistant will get back to you immediately. Immediately. It doesn't say later, it doesn't say in an hour, it says immediately. So this right here is where people can actually communicate with you in real time and then use the AI feature. Again, if we go back here, this AI feature inside of Highlevel to have all of these questions answered for them in real time. And if they're interested, to sit back and be able to book an appointment. Now, if they wanted to book an appointment, they wouldn't necessarily have to talk to the AI bot, because look here. On this page, we've got a call us button right here, and right here on the main page above the fold, we've got scheduled detailing services. So if somebody wanted to come here and they're like, oh, the service is great. I want to do auto detailing. Great. Let me click on scheduled detailing service. So right now, you don't need to call people. You don't need to make an appointment for anything. You could simply just load this, choose whatever date and time pops up. Like here's a particular day, choose a time that fits best for you, move forward, and you can schedule that directly online. Now keep this in mind. If the customer can do this online and never have to contact or bother the business owner by calling, again, when you call, here's an interesting statistic, by the way, 60%, 60, of all calls made to small businesses either go unanswered or unresponded to if somebody leaves a voicemail. That's crazy, isn't it? So 6 out of every, 10 customers just do not get a call back. So that's a lost business as far as the auto detailer is concerned. And it's not the auto detailer's fault. They're busy doing their work. They just simply can't answer the phone whenever somebody calls. Well, they don't need to with a system set up like this. Once you sell them the website in Highlevel, they can book the appointments. They can do everything completely online and fill their entire pipeline of sales, book all their calendar out for weeks or even months, never having to speak to anybody inside the shop. So the people there can just simply work and do their job and make money. Now, pop back over here. Notice that how busy it is. These people do like a lot of things. This may not be an exact, because they do like remote car starters, window tinting. So this may not be an exact great comparison for auto detailers. But if we come down here and look at this detailing pros, Notice that these people have a 4.8 but 51 reviews. Again, selling them review management. That right there is a good way to get into this particular business. They do have a website here, so if you take a look, you can take a look at their website. And this right here is just some of the things that you could do. Now, notice that these people, the site looks pretty clean. It has a nice little call to action, get a quote here. If you want to get a quote, which is going to, again, request a quote. But when you do this, what does it have you do? Request a quote. Great. So now I have to sit back and fill out a form of all this stuff and then wait for hopefully somebody to give me a call back. Notice that these people do not have a website chat widget. There's no way for the customers to communicate with people directly via the website. They have to call somebody or fill out a form and wait. But most likely, they're not going to just fill out the form and wait. They're going to fill out this form and then say, okay, well, I fill out that form while I'm waiting for these people to get back to me. Let me go over here and go down to Fastlane Mobile Wash. These people have a 4.6 at 39. Again, if you're dealing with these low review counts, review management is an easy sell for these. Now, when you talk about these particular services, some of the questions that often come up is how much can I charge people for this? Well, reputation management, other systems charge somewhere between $299, even up to $699 just to handle reputation management for a company every single month. That's for one service. Now, keep in mind, we're not talking about all of these services right here. We're just talking about this one service, reputation management, $300 a month. Okay? So that's one particular client with one service. Imagine if you have a website. Okay, even if you give them the website, keep in mind this whole site right here, this is a template inside of Highlevel. You could create this, change the name here. This is a company called True Care Auto Detailing. It's a sort of a fake company for demonstration purposes. But this right here is something you can easily put their logo, put their name on this very quickly and easily, and they can have a site that looks like this, and you can give them the site. But here's the kicker: every business has to host the website somewhere. So they might be paying, they could pay anywhere from, as cheap as maybe $10, on some of the cheaper sites to, even up to $30 or more every month hosting their website, depending upon how many services get involved with this. Now, keep in mind, with this services, we've already shown you how you've got the widget. So we've got this chat widget right here that's going to be on their site. We've got the calendar built into it. All of this stuff is already built into their particular website. So how much are you going to charge them or can charge them for hosting their website every single month? And then how much are you going to charge them for them to allow this website chat widget? I'll keep this in mind. Again, let's just assume that it's $20 a month for the website hosting fee, which is really cheap. But somebody's got to go in and change the website from time to time if they need it. And that's something else that you can do, is have maintenance and be able to change the website if they want to. But this particular chat widget here, these chat widgets go from $197 to like $397 a month. If you go and have some vendors, there's some companies out there, their whole business, the only thing they do is provide these chat widgets right here. That's it, the one service. And this is, keep in mind, out of all the services, this right here is the only service that they offer. And then all it is, they give you a piece of code, you install it on your website. By the way, they don't do it for you. They give you instructions for you to do it. But this right here, to integrate this is super easy. It's a drop-down list. You just simply go to the settings, choose which one, what widget you want to have on the site, and save the settings. Super easy to have done. But again, how much can you charge them? Just think about it. What we've already talked about here. $297 for the reputation management, $197 for the website chat widget, $20 or call it more to host their website. And we haven't even talked about some of these other services right here. So can you start getting an idea of how much money you can start charging these small businesses to help solve their business problems, where they don't have to deal with this every day or every week or every month? They pay you whatever you want to charge them, $300, $500 a month. And they're going to be happy to pay you that every single month to get these services right here, because there's going to be time savings and benefit to their business. They're going to start seeing their Google reviews go up. Every week, they're going to be getting more and more Google reviews, and they're going to see that. And that's something that can easily be seen, just using their Google business profile. But all of this stuff starts helping their businesses grow. They're going to start seeing their calendars go out, where now they're, could be 4 or 6 weeks out before the next available appointment, because they're just so busy. So again, I kind of get excited about this, because these are the things that you can pick up just by looking at the maps inside of Google Maps. And again, we sit back and look at this. Now, this right here, A&G Auto Spa, they do have a little bit more. They've got a 5-star, which is super cool. I'm guessing they probably have some kind of reputation management already involved here if they're doing that, or they probably have a system. But it doesn't hurt to ask, because if they have a manual system where they're doing a lot of work with calls and manual texting and following up and things like that, having an automated system could save them hours, tens of hours per month. And how much is that going to be worth to them? How much are they paying an employee per hour to do this? And how much more efficient can that person be if they weren't spending 20 hours a month doing Google reviews, and they could spend that 20 hours a month doing other things? So right now, if we just took a quick look here at this, just take a look at their website. Great, again, pretty nice, pretty easy to read. Oh, so these people don't just do detailing; they do some other stuff as well. So perfect. So this right again might not be the best for comparing to auto detailing, but let's look at this one right here. Custom detailing services. 4.5. Now keep in mind, 4.5 really isn't that great. It is okay. But really, you need to be above 4.5. You need to be in the 4.7 at minimum, up to 5 range to be considered good. Because if you start comparing yourself to other people, like look at this right here. What if we compared this auto spa 5.0 for this mini, 5.0 for 301, and then we have a 4.5 for 22? That doesn't look good for this particular business if somebody wanted to come here. But let's just take a look at the website anyway, just quickly look and see what we can see. So this right here is not too bad. We see, it looks okay. No call to action. Do you see how this lettering really is awful? It blends in. There's no, it kind of blends into the site. So it's just it's not that great a site. If you take a look at here, there's no heading. We start to see a menu here, but when we go up a little bit, that menu kind of disappears. So it's not very well designed. Where if we could simply implement something like this that's nice, cleaner, and so forth, that would be much better. So this right here is, again, just here's some of the details. They do have some pricing and some of the extras on here, but there's no book now, there's no schedule, things like that. You have to do everything by hand. And keep in mind, their testimonials, all of this stuff is like text on their website. So this doesn't auto update like the one I told you about, where you get another review, that review pops on your site. They don't have that here. This is just simply text. So even though this site could be just okay, you could tell it wasn't really professionally designed because this whole header thing, and just there's no call to action, there's no scheduling. So this is definitely something that you can sit back and even sell them. Even if you say, hey, I'm going to give you this site, we could change the colors and stuff like that, make it very easy enough to be more of what your colors are. But your site needs to be different. We can also give you the website chat widget here that's going to allow your customers to ask questions and book appointments online. Oh, by the way, we can also click on this button right here, and then your clients can book their own schedule online without even having to call you. So again, here's some of the things that we've got, and I'm just looking right here. I'm trying to find one, like right here. Notice we have, everybody has a website directions. This one just has directions. So here we have one that's not looked to be too bad. 4.9, good rating, 91 reviews, which is, it's something, but you can definitely help them out with more. But these people don't have a website. They do not have a website to sit back and be able to answer any questions. So if you are a consumer and you're trying to find out and you want to hire this company, the only way that you're going to be able to sit back and get any information from these people is if you call them on the phone. You have to call them on the phone. Do you do this kind of detailing services? Well, what about this? Well, what about that? Now, here's another interesting statistic. I can't say that word very well, but here's another interesting one. 70% of people in today's market typically would rather text than pick up a phone and call you. 70%. So right now, having a website like this, where you can have a website chat widget that sends text messages back, and then have an artificial intelligence. Oh, by the way, the artificial intelligence can read your website. So here, for instance, you could read all of your FAQs. If you have a good frequently asked questions, it could read your entire website and learn all the stuff from these FAQs, so that when people ask a question with this website chat widget, it can intelligently respond back because you've provided it all the information that it needed. And now that it has learned all that, it can simply respond and book appointments. That's what it's there for. So all of these are benefits that you can benefit people, and having a site like this where you could show them, or even pictures that you can send them, it's like, hey, here's some of the ways that we can help benefit your business. We can reduce your call count so that you don't have to have somebody answering the phones, or you don't have to return 10, 15 phone calls during lunch, and another 15 or 20 phone calls afterwards. Because keep in mind, what if somebody calls and they book an appointment, but then they're like, oh, we have to cancel that appointment here. Man, I forgot, I booked it at the wrong time. So now the customer has to call the company back. And if they don't pick up, how many times are they going to call to try to reschedule before they just say, I'll book another appointment and I just won't show to that one? That's kind of the mentality. Or even if they do call, now you have to manually change that appointment. Not with Highlevel platform. With this one, when you book an appointment, the person can have a reschedule and a cancel link built directly into the calendar appointment. Because as soon as you book an appointment, you're going to get an email, and that calendar appointment is going to be booked on your calendar, that you can add directly to your calendar, and inside of that calendar appointment is a reschedule and a cancel link that gives the customer the ability to reschedule or cancel their appointment automatically without having to call the people and notify them. So again, we're talking about time savings, because keep in mind, 60% of all calls go unanswered or unresponded to. That is a statistical fact. So this right here are just some of the things that you can do to help out people, and this is just one industry. If you want to do the auto spa industry, This is one, and I'm gonna sit back and see if I can pull up some more. Here's another one right here. Steve's Detailing, probably, just a really good guy. Steve's Detailing. He's got 4.9, which is good. 78. You can help him out with some more. But looks like, not sure what this is. Detail Bookie. Yeah, so this right here just points you to another site. But you obviously see this website is not really that good. So right now, Steve can definitely benefit from one of this. How good would Steve look if you gave him a site like this? Where you put in like Steve's Detailing and things like this, and you gave it to him for free. You say, I'm going to give you the website for free, and I'm going to start charging you $497 a month, $697 a month for all of these other services, for review management, and then AI and customer response and universal inbox and automation and all that other stuff that we've got. That right there, all these services are the ones that you're going to be able to simply sell them. So contacting Steve would be a great way to you might even start out with just saying, hey, let's start out with $197 a month with just handling your reputation management, or $297, whichever he can afford. But at least it's something that you could start with. Does that make sense? So that right there is at least a way to get started, but getting him a website that's better, getting him the ability for customers to be able to find out details about his business, because keep in mind, he's got nothing here. He's got this right here, but we don't even know what services he offers. So if I'm looking for car detailing services, as much as I might want to help the little guy, the independent business owners that most people like to do, and not the big chains or whatever, I'm going to have to pass Steve's Detailing up, because I might call him and he doesn't answer the phone because he's busy doing something. Oh, and by the way, I'm just looking, it doesn't look like he has a phone number on here. So right now he's got no phone number, no way to contact, no website. So this is pretty bad. Steve could really use some help on this. So right now, you could be Steve's savior. But you get the point. You can simply do this for your area, but keep in mind, you can do this for any area. So how about auto detailers near Boston, Massachusetts? Or Santa Fe, New Mexico? Or Boise, Idaho? Do you see what I'm saying? Just literally every city in the United States could be at your disposal to pull all these things out. So this right here is just a huge way. Google Maps has a huge database of businesses across the country. Now, if you wanted to, you could probably, I was bouncing all the way across the U.S. with this, but you could probably stay within your local market. So if you're looking in your local city, go to your next biggest city. Go to your next biggest city after that. Okay? These are all things that you can do, and all within Google Maps, utilizing all the stuff that we just talked about here of how to analyze and look at people's, like Boston Auto Spa. Wow. 54 reviews, 4.9, great. But again, looking at their website, see right now, I really hate it when people come and they've got a pop-up like right off the bat, that blocks everything. So now to even read your website, I have to close this just to even get to your site. That's very frustrating. So right now, you see right here, Boston Auto Spa. So right now they do have like a little widget for this one here. And you can just say, I have a question. Oh, okay, well that's nice. So right now, at least they have something here. But keep in mind, how much are they spending on that? Their website can obviously need to be improved. Well, what if you could save them a ton of money by sitting back and just transferring them over to a site like this, where you're including the website chat widget, you're including reputation management, you're including the new AI feature in here, you're including this new missed call text back feature. Now, I keep kind of talking about this, but let me just show you just a few things about how simple this is. I keep talking about simplicity and how easy this is, but let me just kind of show you real quick inside here. So here's sort of if you look at this particular menu option, notice you've got conversations. This right here is technically the universal inbox. Calendars, you can have unlimited number of calendars that you want. Your CRM system, so all the customers that people contact can be stored here. So if the customer is currently using another CRM system, they can cancel that subscription and you can migrate all of those customers into the GoHighlevel platform. You can have opportunities. If you know opportunities and pipelines, a little bit more complicated. But here you can have payments. So if they do invoicing and payments, that's another great one, especially if they're a mobile detailer and they're out there. The mobile app, remember the Lead Connector mobile app, can actually do text to pay with a credit card. So while you're out there, you can use the mobile app to generate an invoice and actually get the credit card, tap it to the back of the phone, make the payment, and then that person gets an invoice receipt, all done through this. So you don't even need another separate program to do invoicing. You can incorporate that here if you wanted to. So you can do marketing. It does email, text marketing, automation. This is kind of where we're at right here. This is kind of where the workflows are. This is just an example of like a database reactivation workflow that gets loaded here. So you see we've got just a couple of nodes here. This starts it. It does a lot of other things. It comes down here. Did the person reply within an hour? Come over here if it was positive. Come over here if they didn't. So it has a lot of built-in logic that automatically runs over and over. So once you set it up and get it going, it just runs and it handles everything automatically. What we're going to be focusing on right here is the sites. So right now, this right here is the site that we're primarily looking at here. And right now what I want to do is just go into the editor real quick. Okay, so this right here is the built-in GoHighlevel website editor. It's very similar to where some of the other ones are. You kind of have sections, of it in green. You've got sort of rows in blue, and then some of the columns and elements in orange. But let's just say you need to come here and change precision. You just simply click in there and just text and change it. If you need to edit, update something, you come over here. You can highlight this particular one, click bold if you want to make it bold. Very simple, very easy to do here. Any button, anything that you need changed, if you want to change what happens with this button, you can change the color. Come over here and select red, okay, or pink. Boom, it's pink. It's just that easy. If you want to give it an animation, if you want to sit back and have it do some cool stuff, just simply select what do you want it to do, and this is how it works. It's very easy to do, and once you're done, you just simply click save and publish, and it's done. And it's just that easy. And just to let you know, here are a lot of the other built-in elements. Headlines, sublines, you can have forms on the page, buttons, navigation, embedded videos, images, frequently asked questions. All of these things are built into the editor. You don't need to add it, so everything's already included. Now I'm going to leave here and not make any changes right here because I don't want to mess any of this stuff up. But if I wanted to, again, we talked about the chat widget. Right now, by the way, you can have unlimited number of chat widgets. You can just simply click this. You've got multiple ones. You can have an SMS chat widget, which is the one we saw. Live chat, which if you want to have live communication, that's possible. And then for those people that are pretty much outside the U.S. that really focus on WhatsApp, you can actually have a WhatsApp widget on the site that communicates with you. Again, that's really big outside of the U.S. as a primary means of communication. But here you can simply click on this. Very easy to come in here and make some of the changes, edits, and savings. Now, I'm not going to go in there. I just want to let you know that this is where you would create the chat widget, and you would just simply come into the website, and you would just simply say right here, chat widget. What chat widget do you want? You click the drop-down list. Let's just say we click none, and we click save. Wait for that thing to save. We can simply come back over here to this site. Look at the little red dot in the corner to the right. You click refresh. That thing's gone. The website chat widget is history. It's not even on there anymore. So how do you get it back? Simple. Come back to settings, click this drop-down list, choose it, click save, and that's it. That's how easy it is to just install the chat widget on that particular site. And once it's installed, then you can simply just refresh, and then once you hit refresh, pop up, then the website chat widget pops back up, and that's how easy it is to get installed. So some of these things, when I say they're very easy, they literally are pretty straightforward and easy to do. Now, some of the other things that's nice about AI, if you come in here, they've got an AI setting here. You can set this thing up on autopilot. You can tell the AI system what channels, like what do you want to automatically respond to. Remember, we talked about the universal inbox where you can have multiple Facebook, Instagram, text messaging, the website chat widget, things like that. Well, you can set this up. You can set the AI to respond to all of those, by the way. So it's not just the text messaging or the website chat widget. If somebody communicates with you on Facebook or Instagram, you can have AI communicate directly with them. And just think of how much time saving that is. If companies are pretty much active in social media, they're making posts, they're really engaging with their customers on their site, they're getting replies back and things like that from Instagram. All you're looking to do is answer questions and book appointments. That's what the AI bot does. So it's got a whole bunch of things here. You can go into the training, just simply give it a website. This is the website that we looked at. Once you do that, it'll read it. I think overall when we did this, it took it like 20 seconds to read, and now it's trained. And guess what? If you ever come back into this particular site, if you ever change any of the FAQs or anything like that, you don't need to do anyway, you don't need to go back and redo this again. You just simply click the refresh button. It'll go back out to the site, reread it, and then now it's capable of answering any of the other questions based upon the new information that's out there. So very simple, very easy. Right now, here's one of the other cool things. You can actually turn on appointment setting. You can enable this and just choose what calendar you want. Here's again a bunch of calendars that we had, but right now we've just chosen this one here, and then the AI bot will use that particular calendar to schedule all appointments. So it's really just that straightforward and simple to do this. Now, the last thing I want to quickly show you here is just in the marketing area, this particular social planner. This is where you can have all of the social planning in one place. You can connect to Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, LinkedIn. It goes to YouTube, TikTok, X, Pinterest. I mean, all of these things, you can create connections, connect up to your social media accounts. It allows you to create all the content, schedule it, post it. You can even do approvals inside of here. So if you create the content, you can send it out for approval, wait for it to be approved before it's actually posted. All of that kind of feature that you would see normally in some of the higher end software like Hootsuite, Buffer, things like that. These are people that charge you $100, $200 a month for using their posting software. the business doesn't have to use that anymore. They can cancel that service and move that money into your platform that's all built in the one that they can access from their mobile phone. Look on their app on their mobile phone and they're ready to go. So that right there is like the built-in services right off the bat. And then the database reactivation here, we're not going to get heavily into that. I just really wanted to explain that these businesses already have customers in their database. You can simply come in here to the contacts area. Now, this is a sort of a demo account, so I don't have this pre-built, but all you'd have to do is select all your customers in here, simply come up here to the toolbar, click send email, send text message. You can add them to an automation or a campaign by clicking this button right here and completely put them into a complete email or text sequence nurture campaign to say, hey, we wish you to come back. Here's a coupon if you want to come back, and maybe it hits them up 3 or 4 times over the course of a couple of weeks to get them re-engaged and come back in to schedule an appointment. So guys, I hope that makes sense, that you could use the Google Maps database, and you could do this from anywhere. You could do it from your city, from multiple cities. Really, it just comes back to knowing what to look for, and then knowing how to approach the particular customer for this. But this right here is one way you could quickly and easily identify customers that can use your help and contact them and let them know what you're able to sit back and do. Come up with a price for this. Again, if you're looking for the Highlevel platform, I do have coaching I offer. If you use my link below, sign up. Again, you get 30 days free trial for this software. So 30 days to get going. It'll probably take you, I'm going to be upfront, 3 days to get your system up and running and sort of be functional, because there are some calls with Highlevel that you have to do, some calls with me. We do have a strategy call that we have to go through to get your account set up and make sure you're all good and answer some questions like picking your niche and things like that. And then once that happens, then you get all of these snapshots I told you about, whether if it's auto detailing. I've got several other ones that you can just simply install into your account, have everything that you need to sell to your customers, and call them, sell services anywhere from $297 even up to as high as $897 a month for some of these if you combine all these services together. So this right here is how you can make, again, going back to $300 a day, which realistically is going to be, say, about 9 or 10 grand a month. Keep this in mind. If you're charging, let's just say $497 for a customer. And again, the minimum plan on this, very basic, bare bones plan, $97 a month. So $97 a month, and you can get 2 clients paying you before you have to upgrade to the next software. But I always recommend the $497 plan. It's called the Agency Pro plan, because it has all the bells, all the whistles in it. But keep in mind, all you need is 1 customer to pay for that $497 account if you're charging them $497. And with $497, or let's just roughly say $500 a month, all you would need is to have is 20 customers. 20 people that can see the value of this, that you contact, and you're making $9,000, $10,000 a month. Easy peasy. So anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. But guys, I hope you got some information out of this. If you did get a couple pieces of information, click on the like button. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate your support, and you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking to learn more about the GoHighlevel system, platform, and maybe you even want to start your own software as a service company, click on the description below. I offer a free course, and this course goes over all the things you would need to know regarding Highlevel. I even teach you 8 ways that you can make money with a Highlevel system with no experience, no tech skills, and no money out of pocket. Check out my link in the description below, and have a great day.